Alright, yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a bit of a different one today. We've got delusional way people getting owned #8 by Simp Saver Sam. So thank you, Simp Saver Sam. And who doesn't like watching delusional way people getting owned? And guys, if you are new, please drop a sub. We're still waiting for our first sub. My name is Luke Bizzer. This is Daily Entertainment. We react. That's what we do. Let's go. Delusional white people getting owned. Should be fun.
Both genders? Both? Like 1 and 2? Both? There's 2 genders?
Congratulations. Will I be gay? You might be a combination of a bunch of sexuality.
I'm out of here.
What we do is we annualise our figure to full-time. So we look at all part-time employees and full-time employees that may have worked part of a 12-month period, and we annualise that data to take into account part-time hours. So therefore, we're converting the part-time hours to full-time, if you like.
So do you take into account the fact that on average a male full-time employee works longer hours than a female full-time employee?
Not directly, no.
Gotcha.
Got him.
Gotcha.
I still can't believe we're even having this discussion. Women are like, I worked 1 hour. The man's like, I worked 40 hours. And the women are like, why aren't we getting paid the same? It's really not high-level maths here. So what they're really saying is, we want to bring in the same amount of money regardless of the hours. Well, it doesn't work like that.
How old is she?
They are 15 months old. We actually use they them pronouns for grades. So they tell us
Hey. Awesome. Well, enjoy the pride parade.
That poor child. Child at 15 months doesn't know whether they're female or male because their parents said so.
You say thank you? Thank you.
We are pulling apart this idea of sex, which is related to genitals, and gender, which is related to how you move in the world. So what you wear, how you share your identity with other people, all of those things are related to gender.
I prefer really not to speak. If I
Crazy.
speak, I am in big trouble.
Out of all the videos I've seen about this, this definitely has to be the worst one.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the worst one I've ever seen. I mean, I'm speechless. I am speechless watching this. This is just sick. And so
Yeah, exactly, man.
let me know what you think of that clip in the comments.
Which one of you is from the New York Times? You know there's only 2 genders, right? There's only 2 genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
Got him.
We'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people
Oh
are
my
I'm
days.
going to ask you right now.
Okay.
What the fuck is that? Like, even my face looks more human than that.
You know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't
makes
want to
sense.
get what is a woman? What is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman, define in the dictionary, go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women,
Circular definition.
that's mine. Whatever.
Okay, all right.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Can't believe we're actually getting talks.
Trump.
Really trying to break down what a woman is now. I'm just so
Yeah,
glad I
man.
grew up listening to all the BS that's on social media and all this crap, because that wasn't about when I was growing up. To this day, he is still trying to answer that question.
My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice! My choice!
Miss Trunchbull had a daughter.
Need to respect women. Period.
So you should respect women.
I'm sorry. I am a woman. So fuck you if you don't think so. I don't really have time for this. And I don't have time.
My
No,
mistake.
you're going
Clearly not a woman.
Here's my truth. I've been 4 times. I've known women that have been multiple times gruesomely. And how dare you sit up here and try to say that women aren't worth respect? Fuck you.
Watch your profanity. Don't say that.
I am a woman. I just became a woman. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? People don't even respect me. Period. And I'm already black, so it's just like, yeah, that already goes against me anyways. But still. You piece of living garbage ass dumpster fire trash gum on the bottom of my shoe. Oh my god, I would
Okay.
have tissue for the
Imagine if this was the other way around.
blood. I would
I'm going to suggest it's your behavior, not because you're black or a woman.
Stop it. Get some help.
Look at that testosterone.
Thank you, MJ.
How can you moan at this guy for not being respectful? And you look at the way he was speaking to that guy. But yet again, we see the normal thing. They scream and shout and swear and say vulgar things when they're challenged on the idea of the fantasy world they live in. Yet again.
Oh my god.
Stop it. Get some help.
So yesterday, a lady that was involved in a car
They actually feel entitled when they're doing stuff like that, by the way, guys. It's crazy.
car crash, actually linked to one of my circle of friends. She died because an ambulance couldn't get through because your protesters, Just Stop Oil, were blocking the road and the ambulance...
Oh, mate, I'm from Great Britain, by the way, and Just Stop Oil have been a nightmare. Nightmare. No, I know they are all around the world. But it's crazy what they've been doing.
Couldn't get through in time. She couldn't get the help she needed, and she died. Earlier you said...
Disgusting.
Peaceful protesters. My friend is dead. How do you answer that?
We have a blue light policy, which means whenever we have roadblocks, as soon as we hear sirens, we see the blue lights, people move out of the way.
Clearly not.
Blowing in the road, there's always one lane that is kept clear so that people can move out of the way. And we have never had any complaints from either ambulances, fire brigade, or any other emergency services.
The video footage exists, and the lady can't complain now because she's dead. Let me ask you another question, Phoebe. Let me ask you, what bills do you currently pay? Who pays for your accommodation at university?
My student loan.
Well, have you ever paid any bills in your lifetime?
No.
So you don't know what it's like to be a homeowner and not to be able to afford your energy bills, and then see some stupid young people throwing soup over a painting in a gallery that has nothing to do with the fact they can't afford to pay their bills. You don't know what it's like to pay a bill, Phoebe, do you?
No, but I have empathy for those people.
What do you understand
Great.
about an ordinary family who can't afford to pay their fuel bills, who needs ordinary fuel to be delivered, but because of...
This woman, Katie Hopkins, by the way, she has a bad reputation in the UK. Don't get me wrong. But in recent times, she's actually she's starting to turn people around, I think.
Green taxation, their bills are now so expensive they can't afford them. And if we stop oil, how much more expensive do you think fuel's going to be, Phoebe? Or is it that you just spouting out words that you and your friend think look good? How is it related to stopping oil to throw soup over a painting in a gallery? How is that related? How is it helping the poorest people in my country?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know.
Gotcha.
She really couldn't have said that any better. If you don't know who this woman is, it's Katie Hopkins. She says some things that are controversial. She's actually...
Wait, he's basically doing what I just said.
There's a lot of people who dislike her and there's a lot of people who like her, but you can't knock her for this clip. You can just see the rage in her eyes. She just wants to burst at this chick, you know, losing one of her friends to these donuts blocking roads. And, you know, like the girl said, she's never paid a bill in her life. She doesn't know how hard it is. And she claims she's fighting for those people, but she's not one of those people. She doesn't understand. And those things she's doing, she's making it worse for us over here. Shout out to Kate Hopkins on this one. I'm sure she gained a lot of fans.
Watch liberal sellout Joy Reid try to defend inappropriate books being allowed in schools.
The question I'm asking is, what is the expertise that you have and other Moms for Liberty advocates have to decide that a book, an award-winning book like All Boys Aren't Blue, isn't appropriate for students to read?
What a tragic story of a young man who's raped by his adult family member. So you have Joy, you said you'd let me answer, so I'm going to answer for you. In what context is a strap acceptable for public school? That's my question to you. Tell me what the context around or the of a minor child by a teacher.
Hold on a second.
No, we're talking about public school.
One moment.
All right.
So now you've asked me a question.
Sure.
And I'm going to answer it.
Okay.
Well, who's the main character? What's the name of the main character in All Boys Aren't Blue?
You're asking me right now.
You just gave me very specific information about this book, so you're presenting yourself as somebody expert.
It's the gentleman.
Hold on. Who's the main character?
The main character is the author.
What's his name?
George, I believe is his first name.
Because you're giving me very specific information that is.
You're asking me to remember the name of an author.
You
the
just
name
remember
of the author
very
doesn't
specific.
Joy.
Here's my
We're
question.
talking about
Here's my
You didn't answer my
question.
question.
I'm going to answer.
Great. I would love to hear that.
Absolutely. Well, I'm interviewing you. You're not interviewing me. So let's just make sure it's a
I like this lady.
So what I'm saying to you is that as you are not an expert.
Don't know who she is.
I don't have to be an expert.
No, hold on.
Those aren't appropriate for public school. I mean,
this book.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Debating about whether this is right or not. Kids are literally reading these books in our schools, man. You got people like this woman making these decisions about what our kids are reading. That is terrifying in itself.
Ludicrous, mate.
Stuck it on her, man. But she's not going to answer the question. She didn't answer it, and she's not going to answer it.
Questions. What's up? Yep. What about it?
There are a bunch of letters that people made into a word to try and include them, but all they're doing is confusing people.
Controversial for me to say, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I believe that transgenderism specifically is a mental health disorder. I believe it's a mental health condition. We have to have open conversation in this country. But I don't think the compassionate thing.
It's not a bad take.
Well, that's how they fucking feel. That's how they feel. And you know what? I'll tell you a story. I met two young women in this race about 6 months ago. They're in their 20s now. Both of them had their breasts cut off. One of them had her uterus removed. They're in their 20s. They regret that decision. One of them wants to have kids. She'll never have kids. The other one will never breastfeed her children. They'll never be the same because they had that done to them when they were teenagers. That
Exactly.
is not compassion. That is cruelty. So my view is this: if you're an adult, you're free to live your life however you want as long as you're not hurting somebody else. If you're a man, you can dress how you want. If you're a woman, you can dress how you want. Identify how you want. We're a free country and I'm not going to stop you. But kids are not the same as adults. And we have to protect our children.
100%, yes. Love that.
The crazy thing is that if we just say that, right, if you put out a Facebook post, Instagram post just saying that, you'd get cancelled for saying that.
Yeah, man.
Nick Merckx. He literally said that on Twitter, and he got cancelled for it. That's quite scary, you know.
We've got quite a large pay dispute happening with our Australian women's soccer team at the moment. Is it frustrating for you, as someone who's so prominent in your sport, And we heard you say on the Ellen Show the other day you are the richest fighter in UFC, that sort of thing is still going on.
I think that how much you get paid should have something to do with how much money you bring in. I'm the highest paid fighter, not because Dana and Lorenzo wanted to do something nice to the ladies. They do it because I bring in the highest numbers.
I've seen this clip before.
And I think that the money that they make should be
Go
proportionate
on,
to
Ronda.
that they bring in.
Love that. Yes, mate.
Well, Ronda Rousey understands how business works, and she just answered it for you. The women's football team doesn't bring in enough numbers for them to be getting the pay
Exactly.
the men's football. And why is she asking questions about football at a UFC press conference? It really isn't rocket science. I'm glad Ronda said what she said. We need more people like this.
Alright, guys. Love that. I thought it would be a bit more funnier, but I've never watched this guy before. What's his name? Simp Saver Sam. Gonna sub to him right now. Well, I will do at the end of this outro. I can't actually see it. Where is it at the bottom? There it is. Subscribed, mate. So Simp Saver Sam, go check his videos out, guys. That was Delusional White People Getting Owned, number 8. So he's got a load more we can go and watch if we want to over time. Yeah, guys, something a bit different today. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. If you could sub, that would be great as well. My name's Luke Bizarre, and I'll see you in the next one.